So for as long as I can remember, I have been saying that my dream smartphone is just a normal stock iPhone, probably like an iPhone 6S, but instead of Siri, with the Google Assistant. Did I accidentally summon you? Yeah, I've never done it on purpose. And I'd prefer to swap that out with the Google Assistant, which is actually very... Oh, no, I gave away the ghost a little bit. Well, anyways, one of the coolest new features in iOS is they let you add these things called Siri shortcuts. And you can get kind of crazy with these. You can line them up, do strings of commands so that, Siri will do like 20 different things whenever you say one phrase, which actually makes a pretty mediocre assistant kind of good. There are a few cool things you can do because Siri shortcuts allow you to actually reach within apps. So whereas before you could just tell Siri, if you told Siri like, hey, take a selfie, all it could really do was open up the camera app. But now if I say something like start recording,
I don't see an app called like.
Well, let's try that again. Start recording.
Done.
It's able to open up a voice memos app and immediately start recording what's happening. But probably the most useful feature of the new Siri shortcuts was when the Google Assistant decided to link to it. So here's what we're going to do. Add a shortcut to Siri, and then it's going to prompt us to say some kind of phrase to trigger the Google Assistant. So I'm going to just do like, hey Google, and that's it. Now, in my experience, this actually did take a second to update for me. So I'm guessing that if we try it immediately, let's see what happens. Hey Google. Oh, no, it actually works right away. So, I mean, that's essentially how this works. This isn't a perfect integration, but essentially I can trigger Google with the Siri button. And you can immediately start talking. So let's actually do a thing. Hey Google.
Okay.
Who is Mackenzie Criswell?
Here are some results.
Whoa. It knows me, kind of. What? Oh, that's cool. Anyways, this is a little funky. This isn't a perfect integration, but it's really, really close to something that I've wanted for a while. It's kind of a replacement for Siri, the same way that the weird invert command is kind of a replacement for dark mode, which apparently is as good as we're going to get on iPhones right now. But it is kind of cool. There are a few kind of buggy, weird, well, they're not bugs, they're just kind of weird things that you need to know about. So if I try to launch this from a lock screen, so let me make sure I don't unlock my phone. Hey Google.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
So we get stuff like that. But where there are some weird things, there's also a couple of really, really cool things that I've noticed. So let me see if I can get this to set itself up real quick. Hey Google, tell me the news.
Here's the latest news.
Okay. So there we go. We can actually bake in certain shortcuts into Siri, and these show up just kind of after you've done them a few times. So we'll do that. Record a phrase. Hey Google, tell me the news. So now if we try that again, hey Google, tell me the news. Now we're really kind of getting somewhere, which is awesome. Hey Google, tell me the news about orangutans. Hey Google, tell me the news about orangutans. Yes. This is actually a command I use way more often than you would think. So there's actually not a ton really to show off here. I mean, it's pretty basic. That's kind of the idea, is we actually now have some level of Google Assistant integration kind of baked into Siri, which is insane. I'm like really, really stoked about this. I'm like insanely excited about this. So I hope you liked the video as much as I like finding out about this and being able to make it. If you did, feel free to like or whatever. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you next time.